So for today's episode of Things That Annoy Me, I'm going to talk about ignorance. So let's get into it. So if you don't understand what ignorance is, let me explain it to you in a nutshell. It means to judge something based on a lack of knowledge, and unfortunately this is very common with a lot of people, and very common within people's judgment on a lot of things when it comes to forms of entertainment, especially when it comes to Xbox One and PlayStation 4 fanboys and the Xbox One and PlayStation 4. I'm going to first be starting off with the PlayStation 4 and Xbox One, and then I'm going to be moving on to the Xbox One fanboys and the PS4. So, what makes a PS4's fanboys' judgment ignorant when it comes to the Xbox One? Well, the fact that they say the Xbox One can't do 1080p whatsoever, even though it's already been approved, even though it is a proven fact that the Xbox One can in fact do 1080p. Sure, it may struggle to do it with a lot of games, and it may not be able to do it native with all the games it runs, but it can do 1080p nonetheless. It did it with the Order 1886. In fact, it did it with a recent remaster of a collection of games that came out back in November of 2014. Remember the Master Chief Collection? In fact, I will link a list of games on Xbox One that can in fact do 1080p and 60 frames per second at once on the system. Oh, and when it comes to the Xbox One and PS4 fanboys, what annoys me about an Xbox One fanboy's ignorance about how they judge a PS4, it's the fact that they say the PS4 only has indie games, when that is complete bullshit. For the fact that the Xbox One and PlayStation 4 share a lot of multi-platforms, and not only that, but just recently, a PS4 exclusive was released. What PS4 exclusive is that? Bloodborne. And just last month, the Order 1886. And previously, last year, for example, Infamous Second Son. So, before you say that the PS4 has no multi-platforms, has no exclusives, and is just an indie station, look at the list. In fact, I'll link a list of PS4 games that aren't indie titles in the description below, in case you don't believe me. You know, see, it goes both ways. Ignorance goes both ways, and sometimes ignorance can also lead to double standards. For example, IGN. They will criticize Battlefield 3's campaign for its flaws, which definitely deserves to be criticized. Yet they'll say MW3 has a great campaign, for the exact same reasons that they said that Battlefield 3's campaign was flawed. Yeah. Is that called bullshit or what? Anyways, that's all I had to say. I hope you enjoyed this episode, and I will see you all next time. Until then, I'm out.